Hello and welcome to Altea Suite. Today I'm going to go over reports. To get to your reports, we're going to go into Business Intelligence and into Reports. If I have everything selected as I get a list of all these different reports. What we can do is we can actually create a report folder just for you. So in this case, we'll say your business name and then it'll say Common Reports. In this report, there are some subfolders, one for customer, employee, purchases, sales, stocks, and taxes. In our customer report, we have a common report called customer statement. Once I run this report, this customer statement report shows me my account transactions. These are anything that are involving received payments or any sales invoices that have a pending amount. I can also see any deposit transactions in this customer. Getting out of here, the next report I want to show you is the collection by payment modes. So if I click on here and run this report, I can run this report in the date range and I can choose a business location. So I'm just going to run this report. This report shows me all the collection by payment modes. So this means anything I collected in cash, card, check, balance, an advanced amount, any store credits, or any gift cards that I issued. This report is also showing me only for the day of August 15th. However, you can run this report in any date range. The next subfolder we're going to go to is into our employee. Here's where I can give you my sales by employee with profit and margin, sales by employee in a date range, and we can also look at our sales by employee by items that are delivered, and also sales by employee by items with profit. And these are only looking at delivered items. So if I run this first report, again, we can run it in the date range. We can actually choose our sales executive, but if I leave it blank, it'll grab everybody for this day. So we could look at all of Deepa's sales, all of Jackson's sales, all of Jolly's sales, and all of Nate's sales. So now if I run this report for my delivered items, we're only looking at sales invoices that have had their dispatch statuses complete, meaning the items were delivered to the customer. So if I run this report, I'm going to run it in this date range. You can choose an optional. You can choose to run this report for a specific employee, but if you leave it blank, this will use all of the employees. So if I run this report, you'll see all my delivered items for Deepa, for Jackson, for Jolly, and for Nate. In my purchase subfolder, I have a couple common purchase reports. One of them is called pending bills. So if I run this report, we can either leave the vendor optional, but if we leave it blank like this, it'll run my report for all of my vendors. And you can see in this date range for the 15th, I only have one bill, and that's for Ashley. This top report here just shows me my purchase in the date range, break up by my category. So if I run this report again for the same day, you can see my category furniture had 50 of each of those items. The next subfolder I want to look at is our sales. We have a lot of powerful sales reports. This one up here is called the cross out status report. And if I run this report, I'm going to run it for today. And this report is going to show me all of my non-taxable, taxable, how much tax I collected, what my subtotal was, and my total activity. This also gives me my net sales activity, how much were charged to their accounts, how much gift cards I've used, and my total available for deposit. This also gives me some breakdowns in dollar amounts. I can look at all my credits and debits. And at the bottom here, we can see the account listing. This will list out all my customer names with their balances on their account. The next report I want to run is called this daily invoicing summary. So if I click this and run this report, I'm going to run it in this date range. And this is giving me my daily invoicing summary for August 15th. And it's basically going to show me all of my sales invoices and the customer and which invoice date it is. The next report I'm going to run is the same report but with the COGS attached to it. So if I run this, I'll choose the same date range. And now we're only getting the subtotal and what the cost of goods sold is for each of these invoices. Next, we have this day closing report. I can run this in the date range, but I'll run it for today. So when I run this report, it's just giving me what the day closing out was for this day. In this case, August 15th. You can see how much sales I've done, how much returns I gave, and what my total invoices was. I can also see my total taxes. Down at the bottom, you can see the payment summary for balances, card, cash, and all your different payment modes. The last report I'm going to run in the sales subfolder is the day-wise sales. Click here and run this report. Again, I'm going to run it for the August 15th. And it's just a simple report that shows on this day, this is how much the sales amount was, this is how much this return amount was, and what the total was. The next subfolder I want to look at is our stock. And I just have a couple reports here. This one up here is a stock at hand by warehouse. So if I run this report, it's going to show me all what I got in my warehouses. In this report, you can scroll down here and look at all these items. And if you want, you can download this as an Excel. The next report I want to show you is the current stock at hand by warehouse, and this breaks it down into category. So if I run this report, I'm going to run this as a PDF. You can see my current stock at hand for my appliances, my bedding, my furniture, and so on. The last subfolder I want to look at is our taxes. This first one here is your monthly Department of Revenue report. So once I run this report, I can run it for this day. Normally you do it for the month. So to run it for the month, we're going to click this calendar option and it will go run it for the whole month of July. And then I'm going to run this report. In this report, it's going to show me all my invoices, the date that those invoices were done, what the subtotal was, what the total was, and how much the sales tax was. And as you can see, it's also giving me my tax code, which is just labeled tax. The last report I want to show you is a daily invoicing summary by tax details, and this is going to give me my sales breakup. So if I run this report, I'll run it just for today. Now this is going off of my tax code, which is 10%, and it's going to give me a breakdown on all of my invoices, how much the item total was, how much the taxable total was, and the tax amount, and then also the document total. We also have a column for non-taxable items, and then at the bottom, it'll give you all of the totals. And this is just a review of all the different common reports that we can run in Altea Suite. Thank you.